Have you ever walked alone down an empty country road at night and felt like something was watching you? Maybe it's the wind, maybe it's your imagination, or maybe it's one of the ancient horrors that haunted England long before there were streetlights or smartphones. England might seem calm and polite today, but beneath its peaceful villages and rolling hills lies a history soaked in fear. People once believed the countryside was alive with forces beyond understanding. Black hounds with burning eyes, cursed huntsmen chasing souls through the fog, and ghostly signs that warned of death. These weren't myths to them, they were real, and they terrified entire communities. In 1577, during a violent storm in the quiet town of Bungay, Suffolk, people ran into the church for safety. Lightning struck, thunder roared, and through the flashes, witnesses swore, a monstrous black hound appeared. It charged through the church, killing 2 people instantly and leaving burn marks on the wooden doors, marks that can still be seen to this day. That same night, 10 miles away in Blithburgh, villagers reported the same creature bursting into their church, again leaving claw marks scorched into the doors. 2 towns, 1 storm, 1 creature. People believed it was the devil's own dog, hunting sinners through the storm. The panic that followed was unlike anything the region had ever seen. Families locked themselves indoors. Clergymen warned that the end was near, and travelers refused to walk the roads after sunset. And yet, as years passed, stories shifted. Some began to say the hound wasn't evil, it was a guardian, a protector that warned travelers of danger. Still, everyone agreed on one rule: if you saw the Black Shuck, someone you knew would die soon. Even today, locals claim to see it along the dark coastal paths of East Anglia, a massive black silhouette moving silently through the fog. Sometimes only the eyes appear first, 2 glowing red orbs hovering in the darkness. A moment later, the shape of a dog emerges, larger than any normal animal, silent but watching. The modern mind says headlights, reflections, imagination, but the heart races all the same. Further west, in Windsor Forest, another legend took root: Herne the Hunter. He was said to be the king's favorite huntsman centuries ago, a man brave and loyal, until one day he was wounded, saving the king from a wild stag. He survived, but strange rumors spread. They said Herne had made a dark bargain to heal a deal that cursed him forever. After his death, people began hearing horns echoing through the forest at night. Riders with glowing hounds were seen racing through the trees, led by a ghostly man with antlers on his head. Even Shakespeare mentioned him. Herne the Hunter doth all the winter time, at still midnight, walk round about an oak. Travelers swore that if you heard the horn and didn't bow your head, you'd be swept away into his ghostly hunt. Foresters avoided that oak. Gamekeepers refused to work the night shift, and when the wind blew hard enough to sound like a horn through the trees, entire villages would shut their doors, because no one wanted to meet Herne's eyes, the hollow, glowing eyes of a man who had traded his soul for the thrill of the hunt. In northern England, they spoke of something worse: the Barghest. Unlike Herne or the Shuck, this creature wasn't a hunter or a protector. It was an omen. The Barghest appeared on lonely roads or near graveyards, glowing faintly or shrouded in mist. If you saw it once, it was bad luck. Twice, and someone would die. The Barghest didn't attack. It didn't need to. Its job was to announce what was coming. People said it howled outside windows before deaths, rattled chains through empty streets, or appeared in the shape of a giant dog with fire in its mouth. Some even claimed it could change shape into a headless man, a monstrous cat, or a ghostly woman wrapped in a burial shroud. Every region had its version. In Yorkshire, children were told never to stray after sunset or the Barghest would follow them home. In Lancashire, it haunted crossroads, waiting for lost souls. And in Durham, it prowled the churchyards, its eyes burning blue instead of red, a colder, quieter death warning. In a world without science or safety, these stories made sense. When death came suddenly, people looked for signs, and the Barghest was one of them. The creak of a door, the flicker of a candle, a dog howling at nothing, all reminders that something unseen walked among them. But not all of England's terrors prowled on the ground. Some thundered across the sky. The Wild Hunt, a ghostly army of riders and hounds, was said to sweep through the air during storms. The sound of hooves, the echo of horns, and the cries of invisible dogs filled the night sky. Witnesses who saw the hunt were doomed to die or be taken. In some regions, people said the hunt was led by Herne himself. Others claimed it was the devil, or even King Arthur, returned from the dead. In Cornwall, the leader was said to be Dando the Hunter, a priest so obsessed with the chase that he cursed God during a hunt and was dragged into hell. Ever since he's been seen leading a pack of demon hounds, their mouths spitting fire, chasing phantom game across the clouds. The strange thing is that stories of the Wild Hunt appear all over Europe, in Germany, France, and Scandinavia. That suggests it may come from something much older, a shared memory of ancient storms, or mass hallucinations triggered by lightning and wind. But then again, what if the stories came first because something real started them? England also had other dark omens: the Gabriel Hounds, flocks of unseen dogs heard barking in the sky before wars or epidemics. People thought they were lost souls, forever wandering heaven's edge. Scientists later said it might have been migrating geese, echoing through fog, but centuries ago, no one was thinking about birds, they were thinking about death. There were also corpse candles, small blue lights that drifted near marshes or graveyards. Today, we know it's just gas burning from decay, but back then, people thought they were spirits carrying candles to lead souls to their graves. If one floated toward your home, you were next. To us, these might sound like ghost stories, but to the people who lived them, they were survival lessons. England's nights were black, its forests deep, and the imagination was the only tool against the unknown. Every howl, every flicker of light, every rustle in the hedges carried meaning. Fear was a way to explain chaos, and those stories stuck because they felt true. You didn't need proof when you heard screams in the wind and saw claw marks burned into a church door. Even now, centuries later, people still see things. Walkers on the Yorkshire moors talk about black dogs pacing the horizon. Drivers in Suffolk report glowing eyes in their mirrors that vanish when they turn around. Hikers swear they hear horns echoing across the trees with no source, no riders. Some say it's just tricks of light, others swear something ancient still lingers. Maybe fear never really leaves a place. Maybe the land remembers. After all, England has been walked and bled on by countless generations who carried those fears with them. Fear leaves fingerprints, and sometimes, if the night is right, it whispers back. These stories also show how humans process the unknown. We give faces to fear. We turn sound into meaning, wind into voices, shadows into monsters. It's how people stayed sane in a world they didn't understand. Fear gave them control, and maybe a strange kind of comfort. Even now, we love those same feelings. We gather around ghost stories, watch horror films, listen to creepy legends, not because we believe them, but because they make us feel alive. The thrill of danger without the risk. The same reason people once huddled around fires listening to the tale of the Black Shuck or the Barghest. If you ever visit rural England, you'll still find the evidence, the old oak where Herne was said to hang, the scorched church doors in Blithburg, the graveyards where the hounds were last seen. Locals still whisper the same warnings. Don't whistle after dark. Don't walk alone. And if you hear barking behind you, keep walking. Because in England, some things never truly die. They just change shape. And sometimes, when the wind rises and the night grows thick, the ancient huntsman still rides, his hounds tearing through the fog, his horns echoing across the sky. If you ever hear them, whatever you do, don't look back. If you enjoyed this journey through Mystery Vault, make sure to subscribe and join us for more mysteries of history and the world around us.